Hello. It's DobbsQuest. Season 4, Episode 2. My green screen is peeling away at the edge. Hold on. That's just a shirt. You'd think I would check that before I go live or something. Hello! We're doing DobbsQuest again. Season 4, Episode 2. Nearing in on the grand finale. We're not that many episodes away. This is a short season. We'll see how short. Welcome in to the three lucky players. Everyone here knows what DobbsQuest is. I'm not going to explain it every time. You know what you're getting into with this. Hello, Snail. Joining me tonight, as always, playing the part of the Elven Bard Serene, we have Daysnick.
Greetings.
Playing the part of Sneaky Thief Glane, GameCube.
In celebration of the final season, Dobbs has informed us we each get to drop one F-bomb. Look forward to it.
See, this is Turtle's opportunity to play right off that immediately. And introducing as the stalwart warrior Torgan, Lurking Turtle Gaming.
TQ took my thing, because I was going to say, welcome to DobbsQuest, the game where we're not allowed to cuss, but Day is definitely going to cuss.
There we go.
See, that's just ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Ruined it, sir.
So, Turtle, where did we leave off? Pop quiz.
We
Put you on the spot.
We're in a something to do with cold, because no.
Because you're looking at the background and it's kind of vaguely icy.
And we're going to fight the Leviathan. I can't remember the name of the city. We just arrived.
Yes, you are. You've just arrived in the town, the settlement of Icebreak.
See, I knew it had something to do with cold.
You were right. You know what? I think there's something to be said for not exactly a pun name, but a overly specific descriptive name of both places and people in RPGs.
Welcome to Icebreak. It's on the side of a volcano.
Oh, see, that'd be weird. Call the dwarf, Drolft Ironhammer. Go for it. That's fine.
Perfect.
Now you remember that he's the dwarf with the hammer.
The town of Cold Snap.
Cold Snap.
Cool stuff. So, you are in progress of trying to race to the final mana spring before Javin and the Brotherhood of Shadows can arrive. Thanks to some information provided by Glane and Sidaru. Sidaru Unatu, I believe it was. You have learned that the Brotherhood, although they have the ability to shadow walk, traveling nearly instantly to wherever they want, they cannot do so over bodies of water. And so, they have likely zipped over to the only path readily available to them to get to this island wherein lies the mana spring, with no help from George. However, there is a faster route, but it is almost certain death, because it is the water guarded by the dread Leviathan, which can allegedly be defeated. There is apparently someone who knows how to bring down this creature. It's one weakness, which will probably not instantly kill it, but will at least give you a fighting chance.
We're off to see Weird Barbie.
So we rolled some dice and determined that the person who knows is a hermit. Classic. And tonight we're going to pay him a visit, figure out if he will just straight up tell us what it is, where to get it, or if we're going to have to do some convincing. That's all dependent on the dice. But the main plan is figure out what it is we can do to bring down the Leviathan, or skirt around it, whatever it takes. Get to the island where the mana spring is and get there before Javin to learn the secrets of the rune stones that create it. If that can be done, perhaps these lands can be saved. If not, we had a good run.
Started last episode with 0 momentum, and now I'm up to 8, and I'm proud of myself.
You know what? You've done good. You're starting to get the hang of how to get more momentum, which basically boils down to keep securing advantages, keep gathering information, keep aiding others. Actually, aid others, especially for the loyalist asset that Torgon has, because you get a big bonus for helping others.
And, just in time, because, I mean, we've only done like 25, 30 episodes of this at this point, and I'm just now getting it.
Well, you know what? It's about time. So good on you. All right. So, let's say we go meet this hermit. Figure out who it is, what they want. Us right now. For it walk. Great.
Do we need to gather information to know where he lives?
That is what you did last time. You spoke with the guardsman at Icebreak, and that's where you learned about the hermit and a little bit of information about the Leviathan and how it's sort of basically fencing in all the people of the settlement. Formerly a strong fishing village, now merely a shell of its former self, as the fishing waters are monopolized by the great beast.
Said shell.
I did say shell. I'm just gonna slide in as many snail adjacent words as I can, like slide. All right. So the hermit. Let's learn a little bit about this guy. I almost did the wrong command. Is bot up? Bot should be up. All right, let's see who we got here. All right, lucky number 23. Okay. And for the other table, 54. All right. So this guy is talented. Oh, and I need his or her name. Abella. That sounds vaguely feminine.
I was thinking the same thing. A female hermit.
A hermitess. Because we need to we can't just say hermit, obviously.
You
I don't know about that one, GQ.
You can't spell hermit without her.
A hermit. Perfect. Okay. Abella, who is a talented hermit, talented at hermiting. It's she's very good at keeping to herself.
Maybe she's like Lucia. There's a
She has some sort of
mystic of some kind.
Perhaps. Mystic is its own role on the character role table, so I don't want to delve too far out of the way, but perhaps.
Pretend you rolled that one.
Yeah.
Mystical mystic.
A mystical mystic in a mystical place. Okay, so it is a bit of a hike to the area that she lives. A small cottage overlooking the town and the surrounding bay. It seems well kept. Not in disrepair or anything, but it is very out of the way. But has a view of a lot of the terrain around the area. So what's the play here? Who's gonna do what?
Let's make the NPCs do something.
Oh, gonna leverage George and Lucia.
Yeah. Let's secure an advantage by having Lucia talk to her.
All right, that is the proper way to use the NPCs. So let's see here.
I was also thinking about using them, but much, much differently.
Oh no, poor George. All
Job
right.
getting thrown for sure.
It's Flint all over again.
George isn't that young anymore.
All right, secure an advantage. So let's see
Well,
here.
Those children.
So what are you hoping to have Lucia / George do the talking, or
Well, instead of hoping-
ask them for advice?
I was gonna have Lucia be the one to knock on the door and say hi. She comes from a very small, reclusive settlement. We have a suspicion that this person might have some kind of background that may or may not touch on mystical stuff. So, let's put we're just gonna kind of hope that there's some kind of familiarity, or
Right.
they'll be able to click on some level. Also,
Okay.
probably best to send the mage. You send the healer, not the guy in full armor. That's not the message we want to send.
Right. All right.
I was just going to send George to seduce her, but I mean, is that not cool?
He only has eyes for crazy tree lady.
Oh.
All right. So now you'll still need to make a compel roll if you're going to ask for assistance from the hermit herself. However, this will hopefully get your foot in the door for that, to give you some kind of advantage. To have kind of Lucy is going to try and warm things up a bit. Get the small talk out of the way. That here's what we're here for.
Yeah, just
All right.
hopefully. I feel like the rest of us would probably get the door slammed in our face.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to not have that happen.
Compel.
What's that?
I've been known to compel.
Yeah, you can compel here or there. So we're gonna start with a loyalty roll to secure an advantage, having Lucia kind of warm up the conversation a bit. So here we go. A weak hit. Short-lived advantage. You get 1 momentum. That brings you up to 4 for Serene.
I'll take it.
That's something. It's something. So Lucia knocks on the door, and there is you guys are kind of standing a little bit back. You don't want to overwhelm this poor lady. So Lucia begins talking with Abella. Welcome in, Al. Abella is. Let's see. We know she's talented. I'd like to flesh that out just a little bit more. Oh gosh. Okay. She's talented and disfigured.
Oh.
That's not helpful.
All right. Well, you know what? Now I'm interested in what's going on here. All right. Break out the oracles.
Are we sure we don't want to go back to seducing? I mean, I'm just saying.
Poor lady. Okay, let's see. What is the nature? Investigate nature.
She has no face.
Oh gosh, that's horrifying.
Oh, whoa!
Like Silent Hill all of a sudden?
She has. I don't know. She has a massive scar across the front of her face.
Okay.
And you're curious, but you're not going to broach the subject.
Well, maybe it was gotten by the Leviathan. I mean, she knows how to.
I mean, that would be
ignore him.
something. I mean, she'd probably be dead. The general vibe you get about the Leviathan is, if you see the Leviathan, you're probably within range of being killed by the Leviathan. Al, thank you for the raid.
Leviathan.
Maybe that's
Hope your
why
stream
she's
went well.
the one person who knows what to do. Maybe she's the only known survivor.
Perhaps. Okay, so Lucia's talking with Abella here, and you can kind of start to see from her body language that she's ready to pass off the conversation, and it's not like a frantic, panicked look, but there's something about Lucia trying to communicate with you that things haven't gone great with this conversation from the start, but Abella is willing to talk to you. Please get over here and talk.
Okay.
State your case. This is not going great. So you got a little momentum.
We wander up, and
And
I guess Torgan is the one most likely to do some compelling.
well,
Yeah, I'd be interested in compelling,
we
but
got two people with a heart score of 3.
that's true. I'd be interested in compelling, but an advantage that I could get would be if Serene were to, tell us the story of the other monsters that we meet. Would I gain an advantage if she did that?
She could try to secure advantage there.
Wait, did he use his loyalist ability to aid Lucia?
He did not. That was your role. So you got the yeah.
I guess that wouldn't count to try it again from a different direction. Yeah, I guess compel, and I will aid an ally. Torgan and I will walk up together, keep the thief-looking guy behind us.
Yeah, don't let him get in view.
Could you please look like less suspicious for 5 minutes?
Looking at the things you've robbed off dead bodies for just a minute.
All right, so we're gonna try one more kind of an aid an ally check here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to back up Torgan with whatever way makes plot sense.
Well, if Torgan aids you, there's a little bit of a mechanical advantage there because he is a loyalist.
Fair, let's try
That's
that one.
true.
He's all
Yeah,
about
'cause
helping
you've got-
people.
You also have 3 heart now. Yeah. I would like to do that.
All right. So you're gonna secure an advantage for Serene. So that's gonna be explain how you're gonna be kind of helping things move along here smoothly, because your goal is to get Serene in a position conversationally where she can ask, we need to know how to deal with the Leviathan.
I'm a big, friendly-looking guy. I mean, my unique silhouette makes me look, like I'm able to take on a challenge or stuff. So I'm going to explain to her who we are, and
He has that nice big shield on his back that makes him look like a turtle.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do before we walk up there, though? I want to paint a picture of a Leviathan on my shield.
Like right now. Like wait.
Wait, hold on.
Doesn't that do a thing?
That does the thing.
So that
There's
is
a thing for that.
okay. You may want to wait until after the conversation. That's
okay.
yeah.
Afterwards, yeah.
That is you endure stress as you face off against a fearsome foe,
Oh, okay.
which that probably will be useful.
Okay. Afterwards, once she describes to us what a Leviathan looks like exactly, we'll.
Yeah, then you'll know, and you'll spend some time doing some
what
arts
to
and
paint,
crafts. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you come over and try and break the ice a little bit more where Lucia had some difficulties.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Well, okay. It's so. Now this is a case where you can burn momentum if you want. I don't know if I'd recommend it or not.
No.
But not in aid, no.
Yeah, the advantage would be... Oh, wait, hang on. There's something I forgot. It doesn't matter. You actually get another +1 for Loyalist. But because it's a hit, you get 1 momentum as well for Torgan. And 1 for Serene for the success of the weak hit of secure an advantage.
Yay.
Okay. So, Torgan gets up there. big friendly guy. He really hams it up. It's like, and we want, really want you to talk with her right there. Come on over here, Serene. Ham.
Hello. We are racing some shadow walking people hell-bent on destroying the world to the last known mana spring, and we kind of have to get through the Leviathan in order to beat them there. Can you fill us in on how to get around or slay the Leviathan, perhaps?
All right, let's see how she reacts to this. You attempt to compel her, and let's see what we get. All right. Come on in.
She's like, oh, okay.
Sure.
That's an interesting story. I'll hear more.
What new voice is this?
The seventh voice. All right, well, that's a strong hit. They'll do what you want or share what they know. Take a momentum. And if you use this exchange to gather information, make that move now and add +1.
Yes, please.
All right. So let's figure out what we learn from gathered information. So that is with wits, which you have a 3, and it's going to be a 4 because of that previous strong success. Fingers crossed. Oh, the hits keep on rolling. You discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow is clear. Take 2 momentum. You are rolling. You are rolling now.
You'll never kill us.
Yes, there's a way to deal with the Leviathan. Few have been brave enough to attempt such a feat.
Well, to be honest with you, we haven't much of a choice.
Yes, I see within you something that those before you have lacked. Something you must have in order to face the Leviathan. You have to have completely lost your mind.
Done.
Well, we have been accused of that on multiple occasions. Yes.
Well, you're going to need something very specific. Let's see. Ah, yes. Then. The only thing that can truly harm the Leviathan is the Abyssal Harpoon. An artifact from the old world, carved from the bones of a long-dead sea god.
Do you have this item?
She kind of looks
I've been
around
using
her.
it to keep this table even.
She kind of looks around her cottage, where there's just like small bookshelves of like papers, succulents, containers of various spices. No, I don't have it here.
So just the Costco down the street has one. What? How do I get one?
How do you get one? Where would we find that? There is a place not far from here. She points her gnarled finger towards the window, out towards the coast. When the tides recede, the lone sandbar to the west will reveal an ancient temple. one used by the peoples of old in this region, and where now rests the harpoon. If you can find it there, then I guess it's yours. I'm not in charge of it. Finders keepers, I say.
Is there anything guarding the thing?
Most likely.
So when you say
Probably.
when you say the old world and the people of old, do you mean in the time of elves?
Oh yes, quite old. Snails are guarding it. Not like monstrous snails, just regular sized snails are stuck on it, and it's very gross.
Barnacles?
Yeah.
I'd rather fight an enemy.
An anemone?
An anemone.
A lot of them. There's a lot of snails. 6 even. The grossest amount of snails.
Okay, well, thank you. We'll head that direction.
Well, best of luck. And she, as you're heading out, she grabs a small knife and just carves a notch onto the wall next to her. There's about 15 to 20 tally marks there.
Oh, before we leave, what does the Leviathan look like?
Probably giant gross sea monster.
Okay, that's enough to make a picture on my shield. Thank you.
When's
more
low
thing.
tide?
Serene uses her knowledge of nature and the patterns of the moon to deduce that low tide will be tonight.
Okay, let's go.
Beneath a
One more
moonless
thing.
sky.
Lane,
Oh, no.
Lane pulls out a poorly drawn picture of a cat and slides it across the table. I feel like we're getting close, so I'd be remiss to ask, have you seen this cat?
I have now. Thank you.
You can keep that one.
It's very lovely. She puts it on her refrigerator.
Let's get the hell out of here.
This was,
We've got about 4 hours to get down to the coast.
this
Let's
was
go.
narrowly not a waste of time. It was touch and go there for a bit. All right. So Torgan now has. Oh, I already had you listed as Seahorse on your shield, but I'll replace that with Leviathan.
Yes, Leviathan now.
I mean, ask a dumb question. All right, so when you paint your shield with a meaningful symbol, envision what you create. So if you endure stress as you face off against any fearsome foe, you get an extra bonus on the check and extra momentum on a hit. That's it. Doesn't have to be the Leviathan itself. Okay, I want to make sure we're good on everything else. Lightbearer is 3 of 6. Poison Expert is topped off. And Torgan is geared for war. Still have Ferret Walk. I bet it really makes the... makes everything, a lot more fun.
The travel is definitely a little harder.
I'm on here. I'll post the music I've got on loop right now for the current adventure. Probably doesn't fit any better than Ferret Walk. All right, you guys head down for the coast, full of direction and purpose, which has been lacking a bit here and there. There's been a lot of times you've been kind of just spinning around, losing momentum, but right now you feel ready to go. You know what you got to do, and you're going to do it.
Do it.
Doing it. It's happening. You arrive at the coast. I'm not going to roll for it. It's water and sand. No, gravel.
Pretty. This is nice.
It's okay. It's also very cold. The icy churning waters are crashing against the rocky shores, and you're sort of gazing out into the waters as the afternoon draws on. Some nice, normal ladies. Oh yeah, she was a lovely lady. Really appreciated fine cat drawings, thankfully. So you guys are waiting around basically for the tide to go out, and slowly it recedes and does reveal a sort of gravelly path as the waters fade out. Which, as Abella mentioned, this should be the path to the temple, Sea Temple. Fingers crossed.
How is it no one's ever noticed this path before?
I mean, they may have. But I mean, most people at Icebreak are more concerned with getting enough food to not die. So
Fair.
that's part of it. All right, off you go across the. Normally I'd say sandbar, but in this case, it's more of just a gravelly path, wet gravel.
I'd like to use enough of my light barrier ability to strike a match, but not enough to consume my trek.
Okay, and then
To use that to be able to see through the tunnel. Because I imagine it's dark in there.
what tunnel? Who said there was a tunnel? You're on a
It's path
sandbar.
that the water moves to reveal, isn't it? Some kind of cave?
No, it's just like a slightly shallower part of the water.
I mean,
Oh, never
eventually
mind.
there'll be a tunnel, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I mean-
eventually we're going in a temple. We're going to need light. But
I mean, yeah.
Well, then I'll do that when we get there.
Yeah, the sand, basically just like the beach, as the water gets lower and lower with the tides, it reveals that the beach actually extends far out, almost like a pier that's normally slightly underwater, just ever so slightly, like a couple feet deep. Probably not that much now that I think about how tides work. Anyway. You guys walk across, and it does seem like the path sort of snakes along through the water, and you're feeling a little bit exposed out here. The farther you go, the more it starts to come to mind that at some point the tide will come back in. And you guys are getting pretty far from shore now. Admittedly, it's not going to be deep when the tide is up, but it's going to be ice cold. And who knows what's, just off to the sides in the waters.
Don't we have something that we can do to fast travel?
We have a rope.
Yeah.
I thought there was something we could roll to fast travel or something.
Oh. Sort of. You have... You might not have it.
Maybe not.
So much rope. There was some... I know what you're talking about. I know the one you're talking about. It was a ritual. Which you don't seem to have. And I'm wondering if it's one that you respect away because it didn't make a lot of sense to have. Or if it's one that was discussed as, hey, maybe we'll get this, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't the gimmick on that one we decided Lucia had it? And that was how we got out of the desert?
Maybe there was some kind of flavor added for that, but
Yeah, I feel like that was the plot MacGuffin.
either way, right now you're out in the shallows, surrounded by the deeps. And the craggy rocks ahead are getting closer and closer as you walk forward, not because they're moving, but because you're moving towards them, to be clear. I don't want to be too poetic to the point of confusion. And as this path sort of snakes closer and closer, and you encounter more and more weird sea denizens kind of caught in the tide pools all around you, you find that it does begin to sort of open up to reveal what looks like a carved tunnel into the rocks. Now, I say carved because the shape is very vaguely human-sized, doorway-sized, but the actual specific details look absolutely ravaged by time and tide. As though someone took a normal door and then beat it with water for hundreds of years until it was this very smooth, polished surface that also looked very slippery and dangerous, and that you could probably crack your head open on.
Cue the light.
Now we have the light. So if we need to navigate or overcome darkness with any move, then you may actually use your light as a mechanical advantage.
Yeah, right now it's just flavor. I snap my fingers and we get a tiny little spark.
Yeah. You just like doing that because you can now.
Yeah.
It's kind of becoming just a habit, a bad habit, really.
Parlor trick.
Yeah. Hey. We're gonna use the delve rules because we know how fun those
we've
are.
only used them twice.
Hey, we can fast travel when we delve.
I bought them and we're gonna use it. That's true. So here's the nice thing. One of the domains is Sea Cave. Perfect. Stone passages carved by ocean waves. And then we need to choose the theme. This place is ancient works. Not fortified, maybe hollowed. Although it's not currently in use, so that may not make as much sense.
Oh no!
What? No one will die. Why would that ever happen? Not wild, probably not infested. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave the theme up in the air for now. For now, we only know that it's a sea cave, and we know it's a temple, so maybe hollowed, but maybe not. We're just going to see what's most interesting. Because of the snails. Ah, right. That would cause some death, I assume. Well, all right. We don't need party order or anything. Does anyone need to do anything before we delve?
I'm already geared for war, and I have the Leviathan on my shield, so I'm set.
I went before we left home.
All right. We are entering the Abyssal Temple. And I'm going to put this one at a 3. A formidable rank. All right. So we have discovered our site. It is formidable. And now we are ready to delve the depths. Remember, there are 3 ways we can do that. With haste, with stealth, or with intuition and expertise. Respectively, that will be edge, shadow, and wits. So, for each step of our journey, someone has to take the reins and decide that they are going to send us in to the next section of the site.
I think because of the tide matter, haste might be appropriate.
This is true.
My second.
And
I foresee a lot of human guards standing watch out here.
yes. And that is something for everyone except Torgan to lead the way on.
Actually, my edge is usually a 2 when I'm unmasked.
And I'm the lowest on momentum. I could use it if I roll good.
Ah, I see what you mean. Yep. I'll do that. All right. So what we doing then?
Blaine should lead.
Glane,
Guide with haste.
guiding with haste. All right, no advantages to secure here. We are getting right to the crux of the matter. Delve the depths, and not a bad start. A strong hit. You delve deeper, mark progress, and find an opportunity. All right, so we're going to mark one step of progress, and we get to find an opportunity. All right, when you encounter a helpful situation or feature within a site, roll on the following table. If you are making this move as a result of a strong hit, you may pick your own opportunity instead of rolling, and then you get to choose one. Taking a momentum or taking a +1 on your next move, or on moves leveraging the opportunity. And I will go ahead and paste this card in the Discord channel for your perusal. Favorable terrain, secure area, clue, etc. These are the kinds of things that an opportunity may be. A nice little water slide. Whee! Into the pool.
I'd like to take my momentum up if I can with the others.
Gonna go for the momentum?
For now.
All right.
A few of those and I'll be done.
Yeah. Okay, so which opportunity specifically would you like for this to be, or we can choose to roll randomly?
Maybe some kind of a carving on the wall or some kind of indicator on the method of how to use this spear against the Leviathan.
Okay, a clue offering insight or direction. That, as a result, gives you momentum. So let's see what we find here. One. 1. All right, right off the bat, the initial room you walk into does appear to be some sort of ancient place of worship. You walk up, at first what you think is a steep ramp, somewhat slick, but as you continue to climb further and further away from the washing waves and tides, it sort of gives way to the pattern of old steps until it's more crisp and clean with the carvings. And you arrive up in this large room that seems to have been carved from the very rock, bit by bit, many years ago. And it looks like this was some sort of place of worship for some ancient people here. And there are old carvings, a lot of them lost to time, but you see the vague shape sort of embellished on the walls, sure, of the harpoon. You see there within that it was something of great importance to the people here. Great. The various imagery is tough to decipher in some places. Actually, if you want to gather information, you may be able to get a little bit more out of that. But there's always a chance for dire threats revealed.
I was wondering if there were like some magic words or if there's a button on it. What?
Well, we're gonna find out because I'm gonna roll wits and gather information.
All right, Serene rolling wits +3. Let's see what we find here. Oh, and okay, strong hit. Something helpful and specific. And that pulls Serene up to 10 momentum. Very handy to have. All right, so looking at the carvings on the wall, Serene traces her finger around these ancient lines etched into the very stone. And she kind of points out what some of the pictures represent. A lot of the details have been lost, but she can quite clearly see that at one point, the Leviathan was not the Leviathan. It was merely a Leviathan. And that the people used this ancient relic, already old at the time of this temple's construction, to fight off the Leviathans one by one. The murals depict, basically, pointy end goes in Leviathan.
Reasonable.
Helpful. No magic, no secret sauce.
This could have been an email.
This could have been an email. You can see that written right under it.
Once I get the gist that that is what the thing is telling us to do, I gesture that we should continue with haste.
All right, are you going to lead on?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Glane leading us further in. Ooh, uh-oh. A weak hit. All right, so with the Delve rules, on a weak hit, we roll to see if we get something good or bad, or both. So let's roll a D100. This is where the different types of delving matter, because Edge is more likely to be reckless, whereas Wits is more likely to be slower progress, but more safe, that kind of thing. So let's find out what we get here. 12, mark progress, and reveal a danger. Well, that is progress. Failing forward. All right, reveal a danger. When you encounter a risky situation within a site, envision the danger and roll on the table. I'm rolling on the table. 18, theme card. That will be danger. Let's see, what are we gonna go with here? Oh. Oh.
No, I swear to God.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. So you press on. There's the halls continue onward. More crisp now, but you can still hear the thunderous waves of the ocean outside crashing against the stone walls. And as you work your way around, you find that there are yet more murals. And oh no. Hang on. I think I've got something. All right.
The Sandballs.
So,
Don't you dare.
Revelations of a terrible truth. Here in the hallways, the carvings are more detailed, more preserved, and you start to get a glimpse of the scale, the absolute size of just what the Leviathan is. And it's a frightening sight. You're a little bit worried about what lies ahead.
Why? That cannot be a Leviathan. I swear to you.
You must endure stress.
All of it?
It's actually going to be Glane who's leading the way. So this is... That's not canon. Maybe it is. Let's see here. Foe's rank or appropriate to the situation. We're gonna call that 2 here. Then roll spirit or heart. Wait, that was the wrong person. There we go. Spirit or heart, whichever is higher, which is spirit. And okay, no further changes. Glane is disheartened somewhat by the sheer scale of the foe you have to face.
Starting to wonder how big this harpoon is.
It's just covered in salt.
That's all it takes.
It's made out of
Like
salt.
the ocean.
If you can cut a hole in that snail, all the salt will just rush into it. And
Easy peasy. All right, but you did make progress. You are further into the site than before. What do you want to do next?
although what I learned was concerning, it also makes me hurry all the more because time is of the essence.
It also makes you chuckle to yourself a little bit, and you continue
Yes.
on with speed.
Knowing
Ah!
that Thorgan has this painted on his shield is amazing.
A
Oh.
strong hit. That
The snail painted on my shield?
no, you have a Leviathan painted on your shield. It's different.
It just looks just like that.
It just happens to look like a giant sea snail. You find an opportunity. You can have momentum or an extra bonus on your upcoming rolls related to the room.
Still working on my momentum,
Okay.
trying to get up in the upper portions of that number.
Now, if you take the take action now option instead of instant +1 momentum, everyone gets the opportunity to make moves related to the opportunity with a bonus and with bonus momentum on a hit.
But nobody else can get momentum.
Oh, well, then that's an issue. All right, one
So I'll take
momentum
the
for
momentum.
you. Fair enough. All right. 3 progress now. And what are you going to find here? Same chart as before, because you get to pick with a strong hit. It's not random. Or it can be if you want it to be.
So just any of these
Mm-hmm.
opportunities here.
Or anything else you can come up with that's along those lines.
That 80
You
to
see.
7 to 90 range is tempting.
An interesting or helpful object. It will not be the harpoon. Because if it is, you have to roll to end the dungeon right then and there. Which would probably not work out.
You know,
Maybe like map or some like a user's guide. You never know.
You already found
denizen
that.
might
Point
a
it.
denizen that might support us might be pretty helpful with more clues on what to do going forward.
Oh no. Now there has to be denizens here.
Yeah,
See-
someone who can
see,
survive in such a place.
Now you've just opened a can of worms because now there are things here. There didn't have to be, but now there are. Now it's official. Okay, a denizen who might support you. What in the world is the nature of the thing living here? Let's ask the
The-
Oracle.
The Leviathan's wife.
It's the crazy shell lady. Risk nature, refuse relationship, withdraw
ghost.
desolation. I mean, honestly, it's looking pretty. It's looking pretty hermity. Ghost is not out of the question.
I don't think we've ever had a ghost.
It's
Well-
just haunted by the ghost of an ancient priest or something.
Well, so there
They'll
are
bless our quest to slay the Leviathan.
there are creatures that are basically haunts. They're haunts, is what they are called.
The previous owner of the harpoon.
Haunts are restless spirits bound to this world by traumatic or unjust death. That could work.
They want to see us destroy the Leviathan.
Actually, this does work pretty well. A haunt who manifests as a physical being can be dispelled by overcoming them in a fight, but only temporarily. They will only be at peace when their death is avenged or resolved.
We're gonna have to kill the Leviathan to help the ghost.
I mean, that
We're
sounds
gonna peace.
reasonable, but all right. So there is,
Can we swear an oath to it?
yeah, probably. To your surprise, there is someone here. Great. Okay, let's see here.
With a name and everything.
Oh yes, this is dun dun
And
dun.
a
dun. No, not Glane. I just rolled Glane on the table.
I mean, that'd
I'm
be
a
funny.
ghost from the future because I die in this fight.
Well, maybe it's like
Oh, that
Kong,
would be
you know,
a
there's
cool
plenty of
time
Kongs.
warp.
No, we're not doing time travel. Cano. Vengeful.
That's canon.
Ah,
His name is Canon.
Roboclay. He's a cyborg ninja pirate. All right, Vengeful Cano.
Have you seen
Oh.
my cat?
Hunter. Okay, a hunter of the Leviathan, presumably.
Excellent.
Yeah. Elf?
Ooh.
Let's 50-50 it. Odd elf. No, odd Ironlander, even elf. Ironlander.
Oh.
Okay, so not that old. Okay, well, anyway, subtle, unsettling manifestation appears.
Hello?
There is someone here. You see almost just a shadow of someone around the corner. You get goose, Steven. There is someone here. You sort of cautiously approach and find that the hall that they turned down dead ends at a sort of altar. Oh no. He's mean now. And there you see a manifestation, a sort of half image of a person there. They appear to be in great distress.
Serene steps forward. Greetings, spirit. How may we aid you?
Oh boy.
And that is a compel roll. I guess.
Hello, Flynn.
Compel, gather information, greet.
Gather information first, I guess.
Yeah. Or perhaps even compel to don't fight us, please. It's like we'll do it if we have to, but we'd rather not. All right.
That's why I said it the way I did.
Yeah. We're charming. We're pacifying. We're convincing. We would like to parlay. Let's see what happens. Ooh. Okay. Well. Yes, they'll not fight you, but they ask you something in return. Well, I think we know what they want. Vengeance.
Yeah.
I already rolled that they are vengeful. That's their descriptor. So I think we're in good shape there. Cano. This is the spirit of Cano, a fallen hunter from years ago, who lost their life trying to fight the Leviathan and failed. And
As Kano tells us his story, I subtly move my cloak to cover up the drawing of the Leviathan on Torga's shield, as to not tip him off of any possible allegiance we have to the Leviathan.
I am not friends with the Leviathan, just so you know.
No, we're the Leviathan warriors because we fight Leviathans, not
That's
for
okay.
them. It's a common misunderstanding. We should really change the name. Okay, so yes, Kano is okay with not going straight into mortal combat with the mortals. And instead is grateful for your promise to defeat this creature. And so you can sidestep the fight, which saves resources.
And we gather information.
What
and
information do you want?
I want to know if he has any advice for fighting the Leviathan.
All right. Let's see here. Let's see what
How
happens.
does it fight? How did it kill you?
Weak hit. A complication or a new danger is introduced. Take 1 momentum, which you can't.
I mean, that makes sense because he's going to tell us what the Leviathan does that's so dangerous.
Let's see here. Well, the Leviathan is a massive beast. We sailed out to duel it and to finally put an end to it. And we were completely destroyed. The ship capsized before we had even gotten within range to attack it. Cursed harpoon.
I mean, it would make sense that it's well armored.
Haha. Because it's a snail, you see. That's the joke.
God.
So, step 1, we need a boat.
Mm-hmm.
We might need more than one boat.
We may need the Leviathan or the harpoon first.
Yeah, where is the harpoon? Is it here?
Ah, there's some good information to gather.
7 ticks away.
I mean,
Or is it at the bottom of the sea?
ugh. I guess the question is, did they have the harpoon?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Did they have the harpoon? Yes. As a matter of fact, they did.
God.
But you ask him where it is now. You know, a little bit disheartened by the fact that now you're going to have to dredge it out of the bottom of the sea somehow. It's here. It always comes back here every time.
Nice.
It is cursed. Carved from the bones of a long-dead sea god, one of vengeance, and who holds a grudge.
Against Leviathans?
Against everyone. And so, it bids this constant battle between man and the sea always wins.
So the ship sank not because they fought the Leviathan, but because it got so far away from where its home was that it sunk the ship.
No, I think the Leviathan still did it.
Oh.
But there's this sort of will of the harpoon that its goal is, it has its own goal, which is get as many people killed in the process as possible.
It's like a
Claim-
Captain American shield where you have to be worthy to wield it, maybe?
Maybe.
Give the harpoon to George. Got it.
The harpoon just wishes to see more souls claimed by the sea. Whether or not they're done in by the Leviathan or not is not of as much importance. And so, through somehow or another, by may it seem random chance, the tides, the waves, the harpoon always finds its way back here where it can be found again to give people some semblance of hope that maybe they'll be the ones that can end the Leviathan's reign. Because a little bit of hope gets more people out into the waters to most likely see their end.
Okay.
Does the harpoon talk to the bearer like my sword does?
I was
Remains to
thinking
be
about
seen.
that.
They get the sword and the harpoon get into an argument.
Like we could forge them together, and the spirit and turtle's sword can overtake it.
Well, there you go. There's the information you get.
All right.
Not you
well,
guys, yeah.
Point us down the right hallway, and we'll go see about fetching it.
All right, and off you go,
Let's make haste.
making
Wonka wonka.
haste. All right. With haste again, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ghislaine leads the way, and things don't go so great this time. All right. On a miss, reveal a danger. Straight up reveal a danger. No choices.
I don't even think a +1 last time would have stopped that.
Oh, I forgot. You do have momentum. Not enough. Never mind.
No, it's
One health.
high.
44. Is that good? Is that bad?
I seem to remember close to 50 nothing
Domain.
happens,
Domain is the sea cave. So this is sea cave specific. Ah, the danger. Claustrophobic squeeze.
the water's rising.
This area of the temple. Oh, not quite yet. That would be bad. That will be our grand escape, perhaps. It's happening. All right. This area of the temple has washed away. There is a large chunk of stone that has long since crashed into the sea, leaving a rather large gap across to where the hall continues. There's not a lot of options. One is basically making the jump. There does look like you could climb down cautiously and up the other side. Very slippery, very dangerous. Alternatively, you may be able to find another way around it entirely. But Kano has indicated this is the way you need to be going. I mean, I don't know if he was pointing you to jump into the sea or something. Oh, worse, Al. It's one of those that gives you an early air bubble area that you can get to, but then it turns out you can't actually get to it, and by going for the air, you've doomed yourself. One of those. Even worse.
It's time to use the rope again.
The rope! The rope!
The rope!
Everyone just jumps
Wait.
the rope right away.
Wait, there's actually a specific move for this. Can you believe it?
It's the rope.
The delve moves. Check your gear. All right. Do you have enough rope for this specific case? When you check to see if you have a specific helpful item, and you have at least one supply, roll plus supply. Strong hit is worth momentum, so I guess Glane will make this roll. Supply is currently maxed out, so it should be an easy roll, right?
Who could mess this up?
Greg, use the roll. Greg, use the rope.
Easy strong hit. Glane plus one momentum. Rope. Rope will stilt skin.
Great.
All right. However, that did not get you progress because that was a miss earlier. So you're still going to have to delve the depths yet again.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. But now you've got enough momentum to overcome a miss, hopefully. Ooh. By a margin of 1. Strong hit match.
I'm going to take the advantage this time.
Oh, okay. All right. So that means you need to use a little bit of care when picking your opportunity here. Or we can roll. And we've already used Denizen, so that one was barely usable. It worked out nicely.
I'd like to locate an interesting or helpful object.
What is the nature of this object you've located? Let's find out.
It's a golden 6.
Happens to be an elevator that goes right to where we're heading.
Guard history. Construct portent. Support ruin. a shortcut. Find history. Hunt vow. Let's see. What did it say? An interesting or helpful object. What in the world kind of object could you find that would be helpful? Because it's not like a location that you find. You're finding an object. Not necessarily something you can take with you, but perhaps.
Are we
Maybe
still trying
like
to get over the rock?
You made it across.
Maybe like
okay.
a spyglass that we could take with us to use. to
Maybe
see
we
if
find a snorb orb that glows when the Leviathan is near.
That would be interesting. Keep in mind that this is a tide-racked crag in the middle of the ocean. Well, on the cusp of the ocean.
But it used to be a temple, so there could be valuable things.
Used to be a temple, that's fair.
You could find something in a drawer. Yeah.
Maybe there's a drawing that shows where the weak points of the Leviathan are.
Aim for the eye stalks. Find some nice art. You look at the art and feel a feeling. Perfect. Let's see. Okay, there are some various bits of broken lumber, driftwood that has sort of naturally collected in one washed out hall that has actually dried out once it manages to get up here to this one sort of ledge within the area. And as a result, you could spend a small time here with a bit of fire to dry yourself out after slogging around all across these wet rocks.
So you have the ability to make camp? Is that the...
You
You
could,
camp during
but
a tide.
that's the question. Is that will eat into your haste? You've been hastening quite a bit. But it would give you an opportunity to heal wounds or something. Basically, this area is kind of a little bit of a safe zone that you can use.
We're all in pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm noticing. You're actually doing all right.
Is there any chance that there's something that we find that'll make our spirit increase? We find some mollusks, not mollusks, Leviathan shells that have been defeated in one big room. This is doable.
You do not find any Leviathan shells. Weird that there's no move to straight up just increase spirit without camping.
Is this
You can heal.
the wood that we found portable? Would we be able to take it with us?
Perhaps some pieces of it.
Maybe the ability to make a fire might come in handy in further rooms.
Yeah, I mean it'd be a little bit clunky, but you could.
Wrap it up in a
Just enough to do the job, not the whole
Yeah.
lot of it.
You can at least keep in mind where it is if you need it.
All right.
All right, I'll make a note in my book. Let's go.
There you go. Let's
Onward.
go. Moving on. Here we go. With haste. Not a +5, a +3. Despite rolling a natural 1, you got a strong hit.
Didn't I take the bonus last time?
You did, and the bonus.
Not that it matters because I got a strong hit anyway.
Yeah, the bonus, if you make any moves that directly leverage that opportunity, you get a +1 on that. So that's not necessarily for the next delve roll. It's for whatever you're gonna do in that area with that thing.
I see. Okay.
Did we address the fact that the previous roll was a match?
No. It's too
Well, that's
late
got a strong
now.
hit, right?
We're
So
making
I get my
progress.
momentum.
We have
Max out my
momentum.
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 We are all maxed out.
Wow. That is something. I'm rolling for this one. Hopefully. A secure area. Great. That's what we just did.
Cool.
Cool. No, we're going somewhere different. Favorable terrain. This area of the temple is bone dry. There's little in the way of windows, and it's on a high. It's a bit raised from the previous halls, and as such, these pathways that you're on now within the crag are safe and easy to navigate.
We should get a free tick on the trek then.
Glane got 1 momentum. That's what you get.
Oh.
Should Serene continue on with wits now that the dangers on wits are lower and we're all maxed out?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right. Serene taking the reins.
I'm trying to interpret the different things on the walls as we go to try and figure out where approximately in the temple we are and where we're trying to get to.
See, boom.
35.
Potential danger.
There it is. 35 on wits. Mark progress and reveal a danger.
Gosh darn it.
Hey, that's still progress, though. You gotta admit. All right, danger.
There's a jellyfish on the floor. It stings Glenn's ankle. We continue.
You face an environmental or architectural hazard. Jellyfish.
Oh,
Let's see. So this area is particularly dry. However, the areas below are not. This is your first time confirming that this labyrinthine path you've been snaking your way through within this massive stony outcropping does have multiple levels because the floor is missing. A large section of stone broken away in this area sneaking around shows a floor below you. Now, this could be an opportunity in that it may allow you to pass through faster, bypassing some twisting passage, immediately getting to some later area. However, it's going to be difficult to navigate. What do you want to do? You've got floor beyond you across a chasm. You've got floor below you down about a 10 or so foot drop. And the lower area is a little bit more slick.
And the
I think
upper
we should
path is
drop
the
down.
shorter cut.
You're not sure.
Oh.
we're getting closer to the water if we go lower.
Yes. But where else would the bones of a dead sea god be except near the water?
Feels like a trap. But... And either we face danger by trying to get across the chasm, or we go down a little.
Either way, you're facing danger.
I vote go down a little.
I think going down intentionally will hurt us less than trying to stay up and going down against our will.
Climb down the rope.
Climbing down the rope. All right, this is going to take some strength. And some rope.
I have a 4 on iron.
Perfect. All right,
And a 6 on
Torgan.
rope.
Torgan is going to hold fast the rope and help everyone down carefully. No problem. He digs in his heels and anchors the rope as I guess Lucia and George are here too, as the other four make their way down.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too.
I don't talk much.
It happens. Also, Serene's familiar is here, of course. It's as it always has been. No. All right. So that's good. You can continue delving the depths. Wittily,
Yeah.
you are at 6 progress. Weak hit. What's it gonna be? 6. Let's see here. Delve the depths. 39. Mark progress and reveal a danger.
God.
No, that's good. That's progress.
We switched to wits right on time.
Apparently, it's slightly safer. 45. Check domain. Now that you're down in the water, perfect. Rushing current. All right. You reach a sort of flooded tunnel. This seems to be leading you closer to your goal. The carvings that you've been seeing, at least those that have not been completely washed away, seem more intricate and seem to indicate a sort of direction to be following. So you feel like you're narrowing in on the right path. However, that path is now in the midst of being sort of part of a sort of river of water rushing through. It's only maybe ankle deep, but the stone beneath appears slick, and the sides of the walls seem rather sharp and rocky.
Well, last time we had a situation like this, it turned out having Torgan ford it was the best solution.
The man can ford.
I guess you all can hold the rope again. And I'll go across to where it's safe. And
All right. Torga is learning that the best way around these problems is straight through.
just rope. Rope and strength.
He grabs his rope, hunkers down, lowering his center of gravity, and begins sloshing through the water slowly, cautiously testing the friction beneath his feet with each step. Ooh. He makes it across, but faces a troublesome cost. Let's see. Harm, momentum, resources.
God, I got a 10 and I can't beat a 10.
Let's roll a D3 on that. 1. Okay, it is a slow slog through the water. There's once or twice where it seems like he may lose his footing, and so he pauses to regain. But this is eating up time, and as such, you do lose a bit of momentum. But you safely make it across. That's the important thing.
That's probably the best outcome. So.
Honestly, yeah. Because you know if you lost that one supply, that was the rope. And that rope's going to win you the game somehow. It's just enough to hang yourself with.
I was just about to say, I was gonna hang myself with that rope if anything happens to Gary.
All right. Progress, 7 of 10. Slow and steady wits.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A weak hit. Let's roll the D100. 64 on wits. Ooh, this one's different. Choose one. You may either mark progress or find an opportunity. What would you prefer?
Progress sounds real good.
Everyone on board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Progress it is. Let's see. Where does that put you? So this is an eroded chamber. And appears to be some sort of eroded inner chamber of the temple.
Close.
You are feeling very close to your target. All right. Serene may on the edge of her elven senses feel something in the air that is just different.
Dark magic smells like fungus.
Welcome in, Arctic Fox. All right, rolling to delve the depths.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go with a +3. Weak hit. Oh my gosh. have you gotten a strong hit yet?
I think so, earlier.
Not in this marathon of rolls, but earlier.
All right, well, that's going to be a D100 for what happens.
We already know what 45 means. It means mark progress and a reveal a danger.
Oh, wait, no, 45 is just mark progress.
Oh.
Yay! That's the
Oh.
good one. That means...
Shut up, Turtle.
Yeah, Turtle, come on. Well, if Turtle says so.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
No, you're fine, you're fine.
He wants to fight a disease-ridden skeleton.
I want you to loot it and then get scraped again.
Where did 64? 89. We find this area is some sort of consecrated ground.
Okay.
You are approaching something. Presumably, this is the inner sanctum that you are approaching, and perhaps behind this carved gate in front of you is where the abyssal harpoon sleeps. In fact, you could roll find your objective right away if you want, with a chance of failure.
I mean, even with 10, there's a chance of failure.
There's always a chance for failure. We're gonna roll the last delve first.
No, actually, we all have near max momentum.
Mm-hmm.
We want that to be the case for when we go fight the Leviathan.
Do you?
Let's find what we want.
You can't use momentum for a finished objective, though, right?
Correct. Progress rolls cannot use momentum.
It's a 9. There's not much difference between a 9 and a 10, really.
I mean, I'm willing to take a risk.
Oh boy.
I'm outvoted if I wanted to go the other way.
All right, we doing it? We doing a
We're
9
doing this.
progress roll? I don't think we don't do this very often. All
I
right.
think the lowest we've ever done is an 8. And that's because we were all about to die.
And it worked out fine. Okay. Locate your
We basically
objective.
walked through this place without issue, and we're
Yeah.
gonna try to roll this.
You didn't even have to fight anything, thanks to some good rolls. When your exploration of a site comes to an end, roll the challenge dice and compare to your progress. Momentum is ignored. Let's see what happens. Well, it wasn't going to make a difference. A weak hit. You locate your objective, but face an unforeseen hazard or complication.
I actually was going to suggest at the beginning that there was a chance that the harpoon was broken.
That would certainly be a complication. Though it doesn't jive with the complication we've already thrown on top, which is that the harpoon doesn't really want you to succeed.
Yeah, it wants us to go out there and die, so it's not going to not be
Yeah.
usable.
We have to fight the harpoon first.
No! I doubt that. Let me roll on the oracles a few times and see what I get, if anything's good. Well, gosh, darn it.
We have to make a sacrifice to the harpoon.
Let me just paste into the Discord what I just rolled.
Oh no.
Just the first thing. Break weapon. Uh,
Well,
yes. Oh no. Remove ally.
Oh, I've got something.
Or ally, as the case may be. What do you have, GQ?
What if break weapon refers to Torgon's talking sword, and that the harpoon has to replace it? Like the harpoon isn't going to have two sentient weapons involved in this.
That talking sword forever.
I don't care for
Good,
that.
it's a good sword. Okay, a complication. It's got to be weighty enough for the delve itself to hinge on it to some degree. Unforeseen hazard. Wait. Well,
I guess we're trying to escape. The water starts to root.
That's not bad.
We're having the Indiana Jones moment.
Yeah.
Because isn't there a roll on the delve that we have to roll to escape the...
You have to flee or withdraw from the site. And presumably that'd
I
be
thought
with
that was
edge.
automatic on obtaining our objective.
I mean, basically. However, -1 on it. There's your
I was thinking
complication.
that. Yeah. Ugh.
Indiana Jones. Somebody pull up the Indiana Jones music.
-1.
-1 hurts. All right. Escape the depths. Edge, I assume.
With haste, yes.
All right. Well, Glane, that's going to be you then.
We've got somewhere to be.
But
And
gonna
it's
be
only
with
going to
a
be
2.
with a 2. That's not great odds. Here we go. Weak hit.
Alright.
Unless you burn your momentum.
No.
Okay.
What are you...
On a weak hit,
hit,
you
weak hit.
do find your way out, but this place exacts its price. Let's see. Harm, delay, costly delay, leave behind something important, new complication, or revenge is plotted. Gosh, I feel like being wounded hardly hurts because you have such a powerful healer. Same with stress, honestly.
I volunteer to lose the rope and not use it for the rest of the time.
We'll just buy a new rope in town. It's fine.
No, that's not weighty enough.
That's not
This
weighty
rope has
enough.
experience.
You've lost the rope. Suffer 1 supply.
I'm now unable to use
I
the
told
rope
you
for the
that
rest.
the trailers for season 4 specified someone was going to die this season. It was the rope.
I have no more ability to carry a rope.
Yeah, we're not getting a resupply roll in town. This is about it.
Our supply permanently maxes out at 4 now.
Tied to a rock as the tide rises. Oh no, Al. Don't make me feel bad about the rope.
Don't put emotions to it.
Can
All
I
right.
get some? Can I get some F's in the chat for the rope, please? Can we-
Rope. Very well. Very good, GQ. Very good.
Respectful.
There we go. A respectful 6. The 6-gun salute. All right. You made it out. You have the harpoon.
But at what cost?
But at what cost? So, let me lay out what lies ahead. You have the harpoon. You have the promise of the guard in Icebreak that if you can get the harpoon, they will take the ship out. They will take you out there to face the Leviathan, even if it means certain death. Because the town doesn't have much going for it right now. And if they can't deal with the Leviathan, they may as well be dead anyway.
All right, listen, Mr. Harpoon, Dead Sea God guy.
Wow.
If
That's
you
some
work with us on
weighty-
this, we will take you to kill as many Brotherhood members as you want. We're trying to race their ship to get to the place, to our destination. So if you work with us, you can sink their ship and kill all of them. It'll be amazing. You'll get so many souls. It'll be just like, we'll have like this perfect arrangement. You know, help us out a little bit and we pay you in dividends.
Bartering with the harpoon.
I'm
Yes.
going to roll a hidden compel roll. Okay, I have done that. I have some information that I'm not going to give you because the harpoon is not going to sprout a mouth and start talking to you.
But it's trying.
You have made your case to the harpoon. We will see what happens. So, up ahead, not tonight, but next up is you guys are going to board a ship with all your team. You are going to sail out into the sea, and you are going to go toe-to-toe with a massive sea creature armed with a fairly short weapon, Totapod. And that's it. Basically, next session is going to be combat.
But not the finale, because then there's the whole tower after it, unless we all die.
You might all die. So
But
here,
if we win that, then we've got a whole island and a whole brotherhood thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you the stats off the bat for the Leviathan because I want this to be fair.
Oh
So
God, if the Leviathan has like 20 ticks, I swear to you.
the Leviathan is rank epic, meaning that every harm you deal to it is 1/4 of a box normally.
Oh my god.
That's 20, Dobbs.
That is 20 exactly. However,
That's 40.
40. Yes, 40. However, keep in mind, first off, you do 2 harm on a strike, sometimes 3, for what it's worth. Secondly, you have the harpoon, which gives you a major tactical advantage. In the rules of Ironsworn, that does not give you bonus damage or anything, but a major advantage going into battle reduces the rank of a foe. And so instead of being epic, it is merely extreme, which is to say every harm is half a square, and it deals only 4 damage instead of 5.
Instead of our entire life bar.
Yes. So, that is what you are up against. You have faced this level of challenge before.
Was it the Molsk?
It was actually the Wyvern.
Oh, and he's dead. Well, they're all dead.
Yeah. So you can do it, but you're going to have to secure as many advantages as possible because you need to be landing a lot of hits, and you need to not be landing misses.
We have a small naval force with us. We have all the momentum.
You're coming in with high momentum. You
We
don't
each
want to
need
blow
a
it.
ship. We each need to be piloting our own ship.
Even George. He gets a
No,
schooner.
I think George and Lucia would be on one of our ships, and one of us would just have, like, the main captain guy who agreed to do this as our backup.
So basically, you are going to need to be leveraging every resource you have. And there will not be punches pulled. There are pay the price tables, and among them there could be deaths of teammates.
So we may not all get to the island, if any of us.
Exactly. Next week, depending on how the dice roll out, it could be a total wipe.
The next
Should we
week's
use-
video is going to have the bass drop in the song, in the intro song.
Yeah, there's got to be an altered music. You got to
my
do something to it.
I
gotta put it
reveal the
through
full
something.
40-part orchestra, like the curtain rises.
with the words.
you see,
You gotta put the
you
words
see
in
the
it.
entire orchestra go.
The lyrics.
Get a men's choir to sing the song.
The Sephiroth people.
Yes, in Latin. Perfect.
Should we use the rest of the time of this session as, like, last night on Earth prep? Like, what are you gonna do?
I mean, yeah. It
I
makes
mean,
sense.
Because
Even though I've forgone the rope, we should definitely try to get our supplies as high as possible for healing.
The worry is if things go badly.
Maybe Lucia can go do a mystical something or other and ask for blessings on
Oh yeah.
her mission. And I don't know. Are any of us the praying kind? Don't really think so, but
No.
other than her, but
We may even assume that you have the opportunity to heal up, to have one last night of revelry before you sail out, just to top everything off, except for Torgon's momentum.
Yeah.
I teach George 4 more words of Elven because he's been just bugging me about it.
To make sure there's already a snail of sorts.
This is the boss fight for next week.
I don't know why he wants to know the Elven word for cheese so badly.
He thinks it's very funny.
Okay, we're teaching him the Elven word for cheese.
Perfect. That's all he ever wanted. Here's the graph.
It of course would be a snail. Why would it be a snail?
It had to be a snail. The sea mollusk.
I'd like to spend this last day doing whatever I need to do to make my light track maxed out, just so I have it. Just go to the brightest place I can think of and just channel it.
All right. So everyone is basically spending all their time preparing in civilization for a perhaps final battle.
I'm also sending out a
This is
letter.
when you use all your magic tabs.
Yeah. I'm gonna send a letter to that kid in that town that I threw a long time ago.
Oh,
That if you never hear from me again, I need you to find my cat. This mission is going to be finished.
And then we get the spin-off series.
Yeah.
DobbsQuest babies.
DobbsQuest in space. Well, seems like our work's cut out for us.
It's not going to be easy.
This whole week, I'm going to spend every bit of time I have punching every snail.
Mm-hmm. Convenient new side characters introduced. We had George, Lucia, and Sadia all set. We had a full trio.
All the people that we've helped along the way show up. Avengers
Yeah.
Endgame style.
Yeah, we have everybody lend us your. Everybody put your hands
Lend us
up.
your strength.
Yeah, put your hands up.
What is that Dragon Ball thing where they
Dragon Ball,
you
yeah.
gather the
Yeah.
spirit, whatever? The generic anime trope?
The classic. Yeah.
There we go. Al knows what
Everyone watching DobbsQuest at home, put your hands in the air right now. We'll know if you're not doing it.
Fourth party member joins. Al, make up a character and come up with a name. You're our ace.
Remember, the sooner that DobbsQuest is over, the sooner that we get to have Al jump in to run a game,
Yeah.
and I will just watch.
Oh, we got to see how it's done.
You don't want to know how the sausage is made.
I do.
You just want to eat it blindly. Don't ask questions.
Alright, well, if we're about done for the night.
We are. I'm gonna send everybody over to Dove.
See, it's an early night, but next episode, 4 hour long.
Just let it go until it's over.
No, it's gonna be miss, weak hit, miss, you're dead.
We'll be out of here by 7:15.
Yeah.
Cool.
The mere sight of it makes you die. Well, y'all saw it.
That was it. Sorry, it's in the character block.
Look at you.
There you go.
The harpoon, they're over here. They can't talk.
Wow. Well, that was quick. All right, everyone, we're going over to Dove. Should we have a raid message? Do we ever do? We'd never do raid messages. I don't believe in raid messages.
We hardly ever do raids.
That's a good
Everyone
point.
come up with your own.
Everyone come up with your own, and then everyone just repeat everyone else's raid messages.
See you next week for the end? Question mark.
The end? We'll see. So depending on how the battle goes, if it goes really well and you guys actually finish it off, it could be the series finale. I doubt it, but we'll see. All right. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Tomorrow, Factorio. Sunday, DobbsQuest. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.